nerds, in case you missed it, earlier today, Bloober Team and Konami made a huge announcement. Thanks to the success of their partnership with Silent Hill 2 Remake, both companies will once again be teaming up to work together on yet another Konami IP. Yeah, that's right guys, it looks like there's a solid chance that Bloober Team will be developing a new Silent Hill game, and I couldn't be more happy. Currently, not much is known about this game except that it's under the working title of Project G, which probably doesn't mean anything at all, and that it is in fact a Konami IP that they are working on. I mean, considering that Bloober Team is known for developing horror games and the success that they had with Silent Hill 2, clearly this game that is a Konami IP that is referenced has gotta be a new Silent Hill game. Now the question is, what type of Silent Hill game is it? Well, there's really only 3 options out there. The first and probably the least likely is a brand new Silent Hill game. However, with Silent Hill F and Townfall both currently in development, I doubt that Bloober Team and Konami are working on another mainline entry. Instead, I lean in the other direction, especially since Konami are one of the biggest money-hungry companies out there, and they are still seeing dollar signs print after the success of Silent Hill 2 Remake. So more than likely, Project G is actually another Silent Hill remake. But which one? There's 2 possibilities really. Silent Hill, the original game, and Silent Hill 3, which is technically a direct sequel to the first game of the series. After talking it over with some of my fellow creators, a lot of them seem to think that Silent Hill 3 is Project G, as Silent Hill 3 is the next most popular game of the franchise behind Silent Hill 2. On top of that, Heather Mason may very well be the most recognizable character of the Silent Hill franchise behind Pyramid Head, to the point where we've seen her character appear in other video games like Dead by Daylight. And the final thing that really leans towards Silent Hill 3 being the next game in the franchise to get a remake is the fact that we are talking about Konami here. You know, the company that used to milk the hell out of this franchise with pachinko machines and microtransactions galore and that shit show that was Silent Hill Ascension. Yeah, knowing that kind of company, I wouldn't put it past them to skip over Silent Hill 1 again to focus on another popular entry of the series, Silent Hill 3. Despite all of that though, I'm still going to go up against the popular consensus here, and I'm actually going to put my money on the original Silent Hill game being the next game to get a remake in this franchise. First off, whereas Silent Hill 2 only loosely connects to the first game of the series, Silent Hill 3 is technically a direct sequel to the first game, as it continues the story of the 2 survivors of the first game, Harry Mason and Cheryl, aka Heather Mason. Thanks to some of the major plot points of the game, including the motivation of the villain being deeply connected to what occurred in the first game, it's a little harder to fully tell the story of Silent Hill 3 without spoiling certain elements of the first game. And if Konami wants to cash in on the Silent Hill remake at some point, then remaking Silent Hill 3 could easily have a negative impact on the future of that game. Plus, let's not forget that Silent Hill is probably the game that is in most need of a remake. Sure, I know that the game technically got a reimagining in the form of Shattered Memories, but obviously that game completely changes up the concept of not only Silent Hill 1, but also Silent Hill 3 to a certain extent. If we're looking at specifically what we got with the first Silent Hill game, it's in the roughest shape of the trilogy. A remake of the first game would do wonders for it, and the story of the first Silent Hill game can really set the stage for Silent Hill 3 Remake later in the future. And before you start talking about the fact that, oh, Silent Hill 3 is just way more popular than Silent Hill 1, and Silent Hill 1 just is a much bigger risk for Konami to take, let me go ahead and just tell you a few different things and let me know if you guys still kind of feel that way. First off, the original game saved a lot of the jobs at the company. Every member of Team Silent were about to get laid off, and Silent Hill was the game that saved all of their jobs. Clearly, there's something special about this game. Then from a money point of view, think about how Konami and Bloober Team can really establish the character of Harry Mason in a remake of the first Silent Hill game, and then how impactful his character will be in the sequel to the story, Silent Hill 3 Remake, years later. I just think that would be so much more profitable for Konami in the long run, and I can see Bloober Team wanting to tell the story that way. And considering that Bloober Team has now proved to Konami what they are capable of, Konami might be willing to let Bloober Team handle things the way that they want to and have a little more faith in them. So I'm going to go against the grapevine here and say that Silent Hill 1 Remake is Project G, and it'll be the next remake released by Konami and Bloober Team. Either way, we survival horror fans are definitely winning here. After how great of a job Bloober Team did with Silent Hill 2 Remake, regardless of which option they end up going for, we're definitely in for one hell of a treat. But hit up the comments and let me know what you think about all of this. Do you think Bloober Team and Konami are working on another remake together, or do you think it's another original Silent Hill game? And if you think it's a remake, do you think it's Silent Hill 1 or Silent Hill 3 getting the remake treatment next? Let me know all of that in the comments down below. Before you go though, consider hitting that subscribe button and that like button to really help this channel out. But thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next episode of Nerd Space Games. Take care.